Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Wednesday, April 27th, 2016. Around 4:13 in the afternoon. Very sunny day out right now, close to 60. Tonight is going to be cooler, very cool. Another frost night, around 32, but it's going to rebound up to 60 again. But we'll be having a lot of frosty nights and warm days for the next several days. Some news to report. Al Duncan is leaving Nesson to join the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN. She's going to be a Sports Center anchor. So congratulations to Elle. It seems like Nesson is a breeding ground for people who are on there to go to national stuff, which she follows a long line of great announcers who've started used Nesson as a stepping stone to further their career. And also, Ted Cruz has announced his running mate. It's Carly Farena, who used to be an HP president. And this is probably I think Ted Cruz is really getting desperate because he is losing ground on the race for the GOP nomination to Donald Trump. Looks like we're in for 7 months of Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton 2016 presidential race. This is going to be a nightmare. I wonder who's going to be president of the United States. It's too close to call. That's about it on the news.
Good night, young lady.
My second video blog subject of the day is about why it's tough to repeat as Stanley Cup champions in the NHL. It's been 18 years since the last time back-to-back Stanley Cup champions occurred. That was the Detroit Red Wings. It was a common occurrence for many, many years. Pittsburgh Penguins before that, and the Edmonton Oilers teams, and New York Islanders, and the Montreal Canadiens, and the Flyers. It was NHL had a lot of back-to-back championships over like the first 80 years of the league, but the last 20 years it's been very, very tough for NHL teams to repeat as Stanley Cup champions. And I think one of the reasons why is the NHL put in a salary cap when they had lockout in 2004-2005. So to prevent dynasties from happening back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. And even before, like 6 years before the lockout, they had like a couple of teams that had a little bit of a mini dynasty, like Dallas Stars. They won this cup in 1999, and the next year they won Stanley Cup Finals, but they lost to New Jersey. New Jersey made the Cup Finals in 2001, but they lost to the Colorado Avalanche. And ever since the new salary cap has been put in place for the NHL, there's been only one time that there's been a Stanley Cup champion playing the Stanley Cup Finals the next year. That was 2008. The Detroit Red Wings won Stanley Cup. They've beating the Pittsburgh Penguins, and again in 2009 it was Detroit and Pittsburgh in the Stanley Cup Finals, but this time the Pittsburgh Penguins won it. And that's a reason why. Another reason why, too much, there's so many teams that could be in it each and every year to win the Stanley Cup. And some of them have hot streaks, some of them have cold streaks. Another reason why you don't see repeat Stanley Cup champions and stuff, the competitiveness of the NHL. The competitiveness of the NHL at this time is a all-time high, especially with like 3-point games. If there's ties, if they tie after 60 minutes, each team gets a point, and so that determines the more points you rack up, then you have a good chance of making the playoffs and stuff. Another reason why there's not too many repeat Stanley Cup champions in the NHL, it's like turnover in the league. So many teams turn over players and coaching staff, and sometimes the nucleus of the team is very hard to keep together 4, 5, 6 years. With the salary cap era, the teams might only have 3 players tied up to contracts, which are big time, that counts against the cap, and the rest of the time they have to cut players, trade them away to get under the cap. But there's some teams that have worked the cap perfectly, and that each and every year they're like in the Cup semifinals or the Cup finals. And every year in the NHL playoffs, especially like the Final Four, you get like sometimes different teams in there every year. Not like the NBA, where it seems like every year there's the same old teams over and over again in the NBA Finals, and in the Stanley Cup Finals, there's different teams in it every single year. The two teams in the NHL since the salary cap era, which I would consider dynasties, are like the Chicago Blackhawks and the LA Kings, because they won multiple Stanley Cups. The Chicago Blackhawks has won it in 2010, 2013, and 2015. The LA Kings have won it in 2012 and 2014. They're the only 2 teams to win multiple Cup championships in 10 years. And they always, have great teams, and they always work around the salary cap, and that's good. And this year they got eliminated in the first round, which was kind of bad. A lot of people were saying it could have been the LA Kings year or Chicago Blackhawks year again to repeat as Stanley Cup champions. Like, winning Stanley Cup back-to-back years might be a good thing for the NHL, but it might be a bad thing because some fans really get sick and tired of the same old teams in the Cup Finals every year and winning it year after year after year. If it's like, if it's fans of the teams in the Stanley Cup Finals, hey, they're happy all the time because their team's winning it each and every year. So I think it's a good thing that there's no back-to-back Stanley Cup champions each and every year for the NHL. It's competitive balance, and it's good for the sport. But maybe soon there'll be a repeat win of the Stanley Cup. Maybe in the next few years. We'll wait and see. That's about it on that. I will be back with the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about the WWE, the new generation years from 1993 to 1996. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bretton guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO rocks in its nice legs. Elizabeth Hart's the best. She's so stunning. Linda Church of WPIX New York rocks, and she's the best. She's got nice legs. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has that sweet southern accent. And in the words of Chris Berman, he could go all the way. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. See you later.